Majo John Madden. Life is telling me to jump. Push the button, start the video even though you haven't finished your cigarette here. So you're gonna get both me saying very wise things and having the last drag of my cigarette. I want to talk about the dialectic between take the right risk. The average middle class person dies in place. My really good old friend, who's not a friend anymore, back in Chicago, in his Christmas note, he said, me and Nancy are aging in place. And they are, because they don't take any risks. So they're stuck and they are dying. Thank you, God. I always say thank you, God, when I have a cigarette. I do. Yeah. So to not take risks is death. And the average person is scared to death of risks. They want to stay in their comfort zone. My son is dead, emotionally, energetically he's dead. He's a really nice guy, great dad, great partner, but he's lost his life force because he won't take a risk. He's a black man living a white life, white wife, white family, white friends, totally under the thumb of his white mother. We adopted him, and it was the right thing to adopt him. We knew it was right. And we knew, each of us knew we were meant to be his parents, and I was meant to be his father, and I was an awesome father, but an absentee father. And he's never done his work to heal the pain of that, of me being not in his house. So he's raging at me, has written me off, won't talk to me. But it's what his mother wants. He's gotten totally under the thumb of his mother. And I have to take some of the credit for all that, some of the blame. Disculpe, excuse me, it's my fault. Because I wasn't there. I was doing the very best I could. I had to leave her. It was the right risk to take. Her message was completely, if you leave me, I'll die. My life will be over. I'm Catholic. I can't remarry, so that'll be the end of my life. Meanwhile, she didn't love me anymore. We hadn't loved each other for a long time. She wouldn't sleep with me, wouldn't touch me, but didn't want me to leave, and would not express her anger. Just would. That was the deep thing between us. We married too young. We didn't know jack about life at 22. But I grew. I did everything I possibly could do to grow, and I relearned how to do my anger. And she wouldn't. She'd just go away. So she thinks I ruined her life, and she's taught him to think that too. But I took the right risk. I had to get out of there. And my life would have been horrible if I had stayed. But the dialectic to taking the risk, it's always dialectics. If you go by one rule, like customers always come first, no. One of my really great consulting clients at AT&T used to tell his customers, big commercial clients, I won't always do what you ask. You could go get another company that'll say customer always comes first. If you say I need it on Monday, I'll work my people to death through the weekend so you get it on Monday. No, I won't do that. My dialectic, he used to say to his customers, he didn't use the term dialectic, but I do, is you're my customer. I'm going to do everything I can to make you happy, except fuck my people. No, they are my internal customers. My job is to keep them happy and healthy, and if they work all weekend, they're not going to be healthy and happy. So he'd say that. So take it or leave it. We're the best around, AT&T, the best around. But we're not going to pander to every little whim you have. I won't always say yes. Sometimes I say no. That's the big dialectic. It's good yeses and good no's. So take the risk. Speak the truth. Take the risk. But do it from center. Listen. Go inside. Clean out your insides. Handle all your trauma. Heal your trauma. So that you can be clear and you're not just chaotically running around doing crazy things. I just told the story about how I'm hopefully going to leave really soon. The big risk I'm going to take is I've gotten so good at driving my ancient 23-year-old camper van with no brakes. And I just said to a friend last night, I won't drive off the mountain of Xalapa down towards the coast on those mountainous roads with no brakes. But I've been doing it for 3 months here, and I've gotten good at it, because in Xalapa it's all hills, incredible hills. And I've gotten good at it. I know how to hammer down on that brake, use first gear to get me to slow down. And the only mechanic around here just won't get me in. He didn't work through the whole Christmas holidays, and now he's going to put me off, and I got to get out of the weather here. The weather is terrible for me here. It's so damp and cloudy, and I need the sun, and I need to get back to the beach. I need to be swimming every day. It's what feeds me. So the risk I'm going to take is, if he won't get me in right away, I'm leaving. I'm going to drive off the mountain. not literally, but I'm going to drive down and be really smart about how I drive. Watch everything. Look for the very first sign of a brake light or a steep curve, a warning sign on the road. Take the right risks. You gotta. I have a friend back in Asheville who, she loves to perform and loves to sing, and a song from an old theater piece she and others did at our church jubilee. The song says, "Take a risk, take a risk. Gotta take a risk, take a risk, take a risk." She loves to sing that song, but she doesn't do it. No, she doesn't live that way. She won't take any risks, and her life is over, basically, because she's not growing. She thinks she's taking risks because she'll take a new theater part. Yeah. But meanwhile, her dying husband is living with her, and she hates him. She broke up with him a long time ago. He's not her husband anymore. But she won't throw him out of her house, even though he's ruining her quality of life just laying in the main bed complaining. She won't throw him out because it would make her a bad person. Take the risk of being a bad person. Yeah, when I was doing all manner of personal growth stuff in my 20s and 30s, Daniel Casrio had an offshoot of Primal Scream. Irvin Janoff had the very famous Primal Scream. His was Scream Therapy. And he would have you lie on your bed with somebody lying on top of you to give you support and scream, "If that makes me bad, then fuck you, I'm bad." And you got to be willing to do that. I don't care what you people think. If me taking the right risk, if me leaving that marriage causes you to say he's a bad man, well, fuck you. Say I'm a bad man. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to live for approval. Take the risk of sticking your thumb in their eye and say, disapprove of me. Fuck you. Fuck you. I taught middle-class suburban people in the western suburbs of Chicago in a course I taught called empowerment training before that word had been ruined. It was way back. And I was teaching them how to reclaim their power. And at this little college of DuPage, nice lily white, good community college out in the western suburbs of Chicago, I was teaching people in classes of 15, 20, 30 people. I taught them that if someone's got you pushed against the wall and they're going to hurt you, even if it's just humiliate you or take away your power, you need to have the ability to plant your feet, dig deep, take a breath, and say, fuck you! And I was teaching them to scream, fuck you! And I never got dinged for it. Nobody ever complained. They loved it because they were reclaiming their power. So take the risk of swearing, taking the risk of looking like not a nice guy. That took me years. And it's only in the last 4 years since I had a big spiritual experience that I'm devoid of any need for approval. No, it doesn't drive me, it doesn't motivate me at all. If you disapprove of me, it's probably a good sign. It means I'm doing something right. So the right risk, but practice grounding yourself. I don't do anything that I call meditation anymore, but I'll smoke a cigarette and get quiet, because I find that 2 drags of a cigarette, my brain stops. My brain stops, and I'm getting really good at it. I can be walking down the street and go, wow, your brain hasn't chattered for an hour? You're just noticing. You're just walking and noticing and walking and noticing. Yeah. It has taken a lot of risks. I've taken a lot of risks. I will, in pride, say. Another dialectic is say good things about yourself. Claim your pride. Orgullo. They use the term orgullo here in Mexico. Pride. And people have got it. They're proud of Mexico, proud of who they are. But then laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself seriously. Get it? The other really great thing I did in my 30s in the personal growth movement was EST, the EST training, Werner Erhard. And it's 2 weekends where they have you locked in a ballroom and they won't let you go to the bathroom and they're stripping away all your defenses. And there's a movie with Burt Reynolds, I think that's it was called Getting It. And what you were supposed to get was that you're an asshole. Get over yourself. Don't try to look good. No. Get it that you're a fool. You're a flawed human being who makes a zillion mistakes. For a long time I used to say that my memoir would be titled 1,000 Humiliations. And I still love that because I get humiliated every day. What a ridiculous asshole I am. Just when I think I've really got a bead, I'm paying attention to everything, I'm one with everything, I'm this spiritual giant. No, I'm missing something absolutely crucial. Because I've just got a limited human mind. I don't have a grasp on everything. Thank God that I'm going to spend the rest of my life learning and seeing the bigger picture. It's always bigger than you think. So take yourself lightly. You know, the old funny classic line, angels can fly because they take themselves lightly. Don't take yourself serious. And that's why black people and Latino love me, because they get it that I don't take myself seriously. Whereas the typical gringo, oh, I'm this entitled middle-class person and I've got money and I'm from the United States, and they hate them. The Americans down here are such idiots. Most of the American tourists don't learn about the culture, don't make any attempt. They've got all their crazy stereotypes about Mexicans. Yeah. So, there's my little rant. I think. So, another dialectic is know when life says, push the button and talk. And know when life says, you kind of said it, man. You're just gonna talk shit now. So shut up. Shut up, John. Shut up. So, I shut up. Bye. Buen dia. It's not the afternoon yet. I won't say buenas tardes. I'll still say buenos dias. Have a good day. You know the line, have a good day. Just leave me the fuck out of it. Love that one too. All right, bye.